Hey y'all, we had some pancakes earlier, and I just kind of made a reel out of it and thought we would do this in a little bit. I want to do some homemade Pop-Tarts. We're going to make a shortcut, make it real easy with pie crust. And we're going to do peach. I'm going to use peach preserves, about a cup or so. We'll kind of figure that out as we go. Probably wouldn't hurt to set these out so when you spread them, they're easier to spread. Then we're going to add a little bit of cornstarch to these. Some of them do, some of them don't. We will. This is a half tablespoon, so I'm going to do a couple of tablespoons. Get that mixed up. Just like so. But I'm going to give it 1/2 more. So that's 2.5. 2.5 tablespoons. Okay, I've got my chip pie crust out, and I'm going to give me an egg and beat it up with just a tad of water in it. Now, there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can take this and leave it like the shape of a pie, which is what I'm thinking I'm going to do. I'll show you. Or you can make them small little square, rectangular, like Pop-Tarts. Those usually, this dough is cold. I should have let it warm up a little bit more. So we'll get that out and warmed a little more flexible. Yeah, you can just make it like this and then, cut it into like pie pieces. Or you can roll it up just a little bit. You won't be able to roll it out a lot. And cut off about 1 inch around, and then you'll have to make small little Pop-Tarts if you're using pie dough and not making your own dough. And especially making biscuit dough kind of. So we're just going to do it fast and easy. And we're going to do it in pie shape, just like so. Since I'm going to leave mine in this pie shape, I'm just going to go ahead and lay it down on its parchment. Because that's already warming up fast. This one's super cold still. So it's a stick. So I'm trying to warm it up with my hands. Okay, let's do this. Gonna put our filling. I thought about putting a layer of cream cheese, but I didn't want that. I think what I'll do next time is do it with some puff pastry and some cream cheese and make it like a what do you call it? Toaster strudel. I'm going to leave plenty of room around the edge for a minute. I might need a little bit. I'll have to make it work. That's pretty thick, actually. That filling. These are peach preserves. This should be really yummy. And then you know what I'm going to do? Well, let's get all this goodie. Let's not leave a little drop. That's more than a little drop, isn't it? Look, anybody can do this. Your fellers, your kids. These are the kind of recipes I like for a Saturday night. When you're sitting around and you go, I'm kind of hungry, but you don't want to spend a whole lot of time. Because you could do this with like brown sugar, cinnamon, and go that way. I'm going to do a little pinch of salt because I'm me. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to take this egg and go around this. That's a lot. Spread it on around. Bottom crust. To say it now, if you want to cut an inch of dough off all the way around, you can do it and make you several smaller rectangle shaped PopTarts that are really cute. But I think this will be just fine for home, and you'll get a bigger piece this way. Then we're just going to lay this over the top. Going to make sure they're, you know, pretty close to uh-oh, see, that's what I don't want to do, squeeze up any of your filling. And once we get them there, we'll get a fork. And we'll go around it just like so. Do some. Keep me a little bit. Well, for goodness sake. Y'all, hold on a minute. Make sure you get that sealed up. I'll do that and be back. I'll give it just a little bit across the top, not a ton. We don't, and then when it comes out, it's going to get a glaze across the top. Wipe that off. Okay. And we'll transfer it over here. Was barely going to fit. And I'm going to put it in a 400-degree oven for however many minutes it takes. I'll let y'all know in a minute. Now we're going to make the glaze. You want about a cup of powdered sugar. Leave on. Hold on. So I've got that cup of powdered sugar, and I'm going to do about a tablespoon. or so. You can just use milk too. Might need a couple of tablespoons of the heavy cream as opposed to milk being thinner. Tell you what else we'll do. Hold on. I was gonna add a little bit of corn syrup. I'm straight up out, I guess. So that would have been good. Just a little bit. I'm gonna leave it pretty thick, actually. Spread them a little bit thick. Might need a little bit more. Let's add some more. So I want it to cover that pie crust really good. There it is. All finished up. Let's see, it took about 22 minutes. Now I got to let that totally cool off. And we'll put our glaze on top. And we'll cut us a homemade Pop-Tart. That had a little air. Steam. Okay, let's off this thing. Having the patience to wait for that. So I really didn't, to be honest. It may melt. I think this pie crust would be perfect for Pop-Tarts because it's going to be crispy and flaky. Yeah, it is trying to melt. Let it totally cool. Let's grab us in here, my pizza cutter. Grab it. Let's see what it looks like. Yum. Look at that, y'all. Yeah, let it cool because my icing is dripping. But I mean, yum. I'll get this other piece up and show you. Get that good and clean so you can see past the icing that's melting. Just yum. Let me give you a bite. Oh my goodness. Oh God. I've never made a homemade Pop-Tart. Oh my gosh. Just blows a Pop-Tart out of the box away. Gotta make sure one.